Hi everyone, welcome back. Hopefully you have already watched our vocabulary video and you have completed our introduction discussion board. If you have not watched your vocabulary video or if you have not posted to the discussion board, please go back and do that before you continue the video. Alright, if you're ready to move on, we are going to go into citizens for week 4. This is the topic we're moving on to. If you ever want to go back and reread these, you are always welcome to do that in Studies Weekly. I'm going to read you our first passage here, which is titled Becoming a Citizen. A citizen is a person who belongs to a country, state, or community. If you are born in the United States, you are a U.S. citizen. If your parents are citizens, you can be a citizen no matter where you were born. People who are born outside of the United States can choose to become a citizen. If you want to become a citizen of the United States, there are certain things you have to do and learn. So we can go ahead and look at this picture here. These look like possible people who could be trying to apply to be a citizen of the United States. So everybody who was born in the United States is considered a United States citizen. If, for example, you had a parent who was working in the military and that couple moved to a different country and they had a baby in that other country while that person was serving in the military, their child would still be considered a United States citizen. Even though they weren't born in the United States, they were born to parents who were citizens in the United States. So there's one more way that you can become a U.S. citizen. You can apply to be a U.S. citizen. This is called naturalization. When you are doing that, you are trying to become a U.S. citizen, and there are certain things that you have to do to become a U.S. citizen. It can be a very long and hard process for people to become a citizen of the United States. So, a couple different things that people have to do. They have to take a test to be able to become a U.S. citizen. This test would test you on English and United States history. They have to complete a lot of paperwork. They have to be at least 18 years old. And they have to have lived in the United States for at least 5 years. They have to be able to read and write English. And lastly, they have to pledge their allegiance to the United States, which means they are saying that the United States is the most important country to them and they are going to be respectful of it. So lots of things in order to be a United States citizen. That's why you might hear some people say that it's very hard to become a U.S. citizen. So I want to think again back to that test that I said at the beginning. So to become a United States citizen, many people have to take a test that shows that they have knowledge on the United States. We're going to take a little bit of a look at what type of questions might be on that test. Could you answer these questions? Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this paper here is called Naturalization. This will also be posted in Schoology, and this will just be a fun activity that you can try to answer and complete as many questions as you can. It will not be graded because some of these questions we haven't learned, but these are all the questions that future citizens would have to take. So if you would like to be a U.S. citizen and you were not born here or you were not born to United States parents, this could be some test questions that you have to answer. Let's look at some of these. I'm going to read our passage up here first. Many people move to the United States each year. Just because a person now lives in the U.S. does not mean he or she is automatically a U.S. citizen. A person who immigrates, or leaves his or her country to go live in another country to the U.S. must have a green card or permission from our government to stay. After a person has a green card, he or she is called a resident alien. In this case, alien means someone from another country, not from another planet. Resident aliens can own property, work, and go to school, just like citizens. They must follow the laws of the U.S. and pay taxes just like citizens, but they cannot vote and they cannot be elected to a government office, like the president. A resident alien may become a citizen of the United States through a process called naturalization. To become naturalized, a person must take a test to show that he or she can read, speak, and write basic English and knows about U.S. laws and histories. If a person passes the test, he or she will take an oath promising loyalty to the U.S., and he or she is a U.S. citizen. The only thing a naturalized citizen cannot do that most other citizens can is become president or vice president of the United States. That is because our president does have to be born here in the United States in order to run for office. So let's take a look at some of these questions. Some of these questions are pretty hard. Number 1, what do the stars on the flag stand for? Think about that. Do you know? What do the stars on the flag stand for? Well, there are 50 stars on our flag. If you said one star represents one state, you would be right. We have 50 states and we have 50 stars on our flag. So these are just some fun questions that I want you to go through and see, would you be able to pass the test to become a U.S. citizen? Some of these you may know and some of them you won't know, and that's okay. Just do your best. You will not be graded on whether you got these answers correct or incorrect. We will just be grading you on participation. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your teachers. There is one more video after my video here that I would like you to take a look at. And then please download this into Notability and then upload it back into Schoology when you are finished. This will be called Naturalization, is where you're turning it into. Have a great day, everyone.